Many people ask me, what do we do? How do we defeat the rising tide of socialism in America? My reply is that we keep doing what we've been doing. Their reply is, it hasn't been working. And they're correct. But why are they correct? The problem has been that the John Birch Society was designed to unite a sufficient force together to defeat the Marxist conspiracy. For several reasons, we've not been able to build our organization large enough to do so. First, we've been under attack since the very beginning of our organization by the very forces that are now in the open: the media, the schools, the deep state, etc. The smear campaign against us has been an ongoing campaign to prevent good people from wanting to get involved for fear that they will be tainted with the smear and lose their effectiveness. Why have we been smeared? It's quite simple. We tell the truth and are organized like no other conservative group. The Marxists realized this immediately and started the attack immediately. Second, the average conservative activist who is a leader does not want to get involved with us since they want to be the leader of their own little turf. They feel they cannot be effective in their town or county if they're part of a national program that works together to the extent that the force of that program can actually win. They will save their town or county, but in the process lose the country, since they stand aside against joining a nationally directed concerted action program, and as a result, they will in the end lose their town. Third, then there's the person who never gets involved in anything. Oh, they keep themselves informed. They will be the best informed person in line at the concentration camp as they line up to take their shower. Fourth, if our forefathers stood on the sidelines and expected others to do the work for them, we would never have had a United States. People sacrificed to the limit, at least enough of them. Enough people have to do the same again today. If we're all scattered, we will lose. We are a real organization, organized down to the local neighborhoods, not simply an informational service that calls itself an organization. Our forefathers organized into two primary organizations that gave impetus to the freedom movement: the Committees of Correspondence and the Sons of Liberty. They worked together. They knew one another. They knew who to trust. This helped them as they moved forward toward independence. They sacrificed their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor. We may not need to do as much, but we have to do more than we're doing now. The fifth reason we have not been able to achieve the size necessary to win is that we have not been able to raise the funding to do so. Our forefathers put much of their fortunes into the fight. Some lost everything to do so for their fellow citizens. It is difficult to get people to do that today. There may come a time when we'll be approached by some very rich people to throw all they have into the fight, but it will be too late. Now is the time. In order to defeat what is going on, we have to have an agenda that counters the Marxist agenda. They want to form a one-world government under the United Nations. The John Birch Society has a program to get us out of the United Nations. What other organization has an action program to do so? The Marxists want to unite our local police into a national police and then involve them in the United Nations. We have had a program to stop this for over 50 years. We also point out that the so-called conservative solutions that emanate from the federal government are, in reality, only steps towards the Marxist goal. It's not enough to support our local police. It's how we do so, and not fall for a solution that will be harmful in the long run. The solutions to problems must be as important as educating people about the problems. The John Birch Society has been in the forefront of stopping the merging of Canada, Mexico, and the United States into a North American Union by the use of trade treaties. Who else is doing that? Instead, most of them endorsed the United States-Mexico-Canada agreement that subordinates us to the United Nations, as well as ties us up into a commission where the socialist and corrupt states of Canada and Mexico have a say over our economy. Most activist organizations, and certainly the conservative commentators, never mention who the deep state is. They may refer to it, but never mention the Council on Foreign Relations and its allies, which are part of this cabal. We do. We could go on, but the point is that if you've been hesitant to join with us, don't be. Time is running out.